What's up, guys? Excuse the no upload today to make up for the loss. I will be uploading two videos today, one right now, and then later tonight, just to make up yesterday. Unfortunately, I was at home and did not bring my book with me, so I could not have the opportunity to upload a video, let alone I spent the night home, so I got here back in Seattle where my book is at today. But no excuses. We still got to get it done, so let's get straight right into it. Complementary teams. I remember complaining about my boss on one occasion, and my dad responded, "Sure, he has weaknesses just as you do. Don't build your emotional life around the weakness of another person. Instead, run with his strengths and try to compensate for his weaknesses. Compliment him." He put this into practice himself. When he started COVID Leadership Center, he initially assumed the role of CEO. He realized quickly, I'm not good at this, I'm a teacher, and so he hired great people around him who could bring executive leadership skills to complement him without his ego being threatened. But the greatest example of synergy in my dad's life was between him and my mom. They were very different in their backgrounds and approach to life. My mom was raised in humble circumstances. Her mother immigrated from Germany during World War II, leaving everything behind. She couldn't dare speak German in her new home, and she worked hard to erase her accent. My mom's dad was a high school history teacher, so money was always tight. Whereas my dad was raised in a more prosperous environment. Because of these differences, re, fru, frugality, frugality was sometimes a point of contention. My mom would say things like, "You're buying a double decker ice cream one cone. We don't have that kind of money." Though the years I saw how dad came to appreciate my mom's worldview and how it complemented instead of conflicted with his, it taught him that there was a middle ground, but better than what they individually had in mind. And they communicated well, they could get there. Without my mother, I don't think my father would have ever come to understand Siju like he did. As my dad's renown grew, um, my mom was the only one who would give him honest feedback. Once he had a speech along with Ken Black, Black, Blatchard and other notable speakers in front of a massive audience. Afterward, everybody complimented Dad, but my mother said, "It wasn't your best speech, Stefan. You were so serious and had too many diagrams. People want to hear stories. Why don't you tell more stories like Ken?" Mom always encouraged Dad to be less complicated, to smile more, and to be more personal. He came to value her feedback and above everybody else's because she saw things differently, and she would always tell it like it was. Synergy with customers. In addition to interpersonal synergy, we can find striking examples of the power of creative collaboration among industries, stakeholders, and customers. Personally, I love Legos, and the Lego Corporation has always fascinated me. It is one of the most trusted companies in the world. One of their core strengths is synergy with their customers. Since 1949, Lego has created and released their beloved bricks and prepackaged sets, like the popular Star Wars collection. Many customers, mostly adults who were children at heart, pleaded with the company to let them design their own sets and order the pieces they needed online. In 2005, in response to that demand, LEGO created a free software product called LEGO Digital Designer to make this possible. Then curious things began to happen. Users created software hacks for LEGO's computer systems, stealthily rewriting the program code so that rather than order pallets of bricks with only a few bricks they may need, they could see an inventory of each pallet and save money by getting fewer of the bricks they didn't need. Lego caught on to the hack quickly, but unlike what you expect a company to do when their bottom line was being affected, Lego recognized the value of letting these customers adapt the software to their own needs. And while Lego was surprised at how quickly their customers were able to hack the software, Lego embraced their modifications. They saw what their most loyal fans wanted and let them have it because it ultimately fit Lego's larger plan. Lego had hoped that its fans would make the designs their own and even perhaps come up with ideas that Lego could use, and they did. In the spirit of synergy, Lego step back, and listen to the hackers, seeking first to understand and valuing the differences of opinion. The potentially sour situation turned to a sweet display of synergistic thinking. Getting to synergy. Synergy doesn't just happen. You have to get there. If you are not sure how to start, follow this simple 5 step process. Number 1, define the problem or opportunity. Number 2, their way, seek first to understand the ideas of others. Number 3, my way, seek to be understood by sharing your ideas. Number 4, brainstorm, create new options and ideas. Number 5, highway, find the best solution. A colleague of mine shared how she got to synergy with her family or learned how to use their Saturdays. Notice how all 5 of these steps were followed. Saturdays are for spending time together and for building family relationship. This is what my husband would say if you asked him why we have Saturdays. My answer is very different. My school of thought is Saturdays are for catching up on cleaning and doing projects around the house, basically finishing my to-do list. My kids do not like my philosophy. We battle almost every Saturday. Dad would want to get out and go to a park, and I would want to weed the yard. Guess who won? Every single time, Dad. I mean, what kids really want to weed the yard? Not mine. I will admit I get a little bit of tunnel vision when I get going on a project. I have a hard time letting enough be enough and being done. If I start cleaning the kitchen, it leads to the living room, bathroom, office, stairs, laundry, bedrooms, etc. One Friday night, as we were watching TV, the following conversation happened between my dear husband and me. Hey, how about tomorrow we do something outside first thing in the morning? There is a lot of housework to be done and we need to get started on it early. How about you make a list of what exactly needs to be done and let's take a look at it. Uh, I'm listing I'm list writing as fiercely as I can, praying I don't forget anything. Then I hand the list to him. Okay, we can really get about half of that done in a few hours time. Do you think the kids really will really last long enough to actually be of help? Nope, we need a new plan, don't we? Yes, well, since it's going to be cooler in the morning, a side note, it gets well above 185 degrees in the summer where we live. What if we take some time and go to the park, grab some sodas, then come home and do the chores you think are most important? Let's give it a try. So we woke up Saturday morning and got ready to go to the park. The kids were thrilled that we were going before it got too hot. They played for a good hour. My husband and I even got to walk around on the park trail and then play with the kids. We were all tired by the time it was getting hot. We stopped at our favorite drink place to cool off and then went home to do the chores that needed to be done. When I showed the kids to, showed the kids a list of to-dos, there was actually very little complaining. My husband and I both happy now with what we call synergy Saturdays. Synergy is the ultimate habit, the accumulation of all the previous habits. It is the reward of the delicious fruit of effective living. So the next time you are in a meeting and someone says something that strikes you as being off of the mark, say out loud, good, you see it differently. Take a pause there for habit 6, synergize. Um, I mean, good way to really end off the habit with the saying of good, you see it differently. I think it's a very powerful message that, um, you know, is very important in this day and age because sometimes, if not most of the time, we don't see it differently. Although we see it differently, we see it as a sense of competition and attack. Rather, it's not that. It's we all live different experiences, we all have different trains of thoughts and different personalities, different way of making decisions, different way of processing things. So instead of acting like it's an attack to your ego or attack to your wisdom, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow from a different perspective. And I think that's very important in this day and age, because not only do we live in a world of social media, but we live in a world where thinking different is abnormal, which in reality, it is normal. We just have to accept it a little bit different and discuss it a little bit differently. So um, that's my 2 cents on it. Be different, think different, but accept the idea of difference from other people as well. So yeah, like I said, I'll move on. I will do another video later tonight before I end my night. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.